Good morning. Good morning. All right. So this morning, I'm looking at the scans and I see GV up. GV is a mover from yesterday, and it moved up quite a bit. So let's go ahead and look at this thing. This monster. All right. So GV is now up to 572, and I did trade it yesterday, but it made quite a bit of a move from where I traded it. And of course, I had to leave during the afternoon to go ahead and actually work. But yeah, this thing definitely had plenty of volume, plenty of shorts trapped in here, and a whole lot of um, reason to pop on the shorts, right? So yesterday, let's zoom back here a little bit. Yesterday, I spotted it. We spotted it during pre-market. And I was like, okay, it's doing this thing, but it never gave a pullback during pre-market, right? So we came into the open, came down here, dipped to this bottom, came back, tried to test ATR high, fell off of that, dipped to this bottom. And this is when I kind of set up a trend. I was like, I wonder, can it actually, hold this trend line and actually get over this ATR of the 250? And so this was my idea. Hey, I think if it can get over 250, we can touch at least 275. And so it got up to 250. It started bouncing around here, bouncing around here. And after this candle started to close, I took my entry around this 260 mark and got that 260 up to 275. And I went ahead and cut it up here. It actually ended up falling down. Now, why did I cut it? Because it was lunchtime. It was like 11:45 lunchtime. And a lot of times on lunchtime, things give up, which it did. All right. In the afternoon, I was gone for all of this. I didn't see any of this move here. Um, and so it came back down to the ATR high, bounced there off of the ATR high, and we see that it got back up to that 75 and again failed. So two failures to break that new I guess you can call it the body block or whatever you want to call it. But there was a point in this. So let's just go through this because this data really doesn't change because you can see it so clearly on the map. It's kind of very visible. So this is the first one, the first body block coming into the open right there at 260. It came up to that level and failed back under the ATR high. All right. Then we see that it had a little bit of drudging around, and I was looking for it to get back above 250 and start testing that 260 level. And when I saw that, I was in there for that little win, and I just took it because my expectations were only 275. So I had about half off at 275 already. I took what 300 shares, 300 shares right here at this 259-ish level. Got that pop, and then it went on down. But yeah, I definitely didn't see this next one. So this one would have been the next body block there. 285 got going down. Came up here to the body block, touched it a little bit, failed. Came back up to it, and then started getting the body candle up through that level on the 15-minute. And it had a major pop from 282 all the way up here to almost $4, 3.99. Okay. And I don't even see another point where it started selling until in the aftermarket up here at 427. So here was the next one, came down from this new dip down, came up here into the close of aftermarket. I think, yeah, this 645 came up here, close of the aftermarket, touched the point where it started diving, and then went into kind of like a no trade or no motion, no momentum type trading, holding across into the open, right? Then on the open, it comes out here, it breaks 427 all the way up to 511, gets a new body block there at 479, gets a dip through that, comes right back up to it, touches, kind of tests it, and comes back and just holds right beneath it, and then comes out on the next one. We see that it dipped down here to 466, and then by the end of this candle was closing over this level, and boom, it goes all the way. Let's see, it goes up to 541, and we're noticing something, that these candles are getting, or these movements are getting tighter and tighter in here. So the top of this one is what, 541. And I actually woke up probably around this point. So I actually saw this right around here and I was like, this thing has done this move. Let's see. Going back to, I mean, even going back to yesterday, this is what? 1, 2, 3 breaks, 4 breaks, 5 breaks, and they're all getting tighter and tighter. So now we got a new one here at 576. Now I wish I would have caught it. I didn't wake up early enough to catch this right here. I was just like, it was too late. But you know, just looking at those levels that continue to pattern break there. But now let's see. So we went from, let's actually measure the ranges in here. So the first one, starting back here on my trade, was only a 10 cent rip out. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It did at least 5 of them. Okay, so the first one, 260 to 280-ish, 285. And this was during a lunchtime period, which is why it was so weak. All right. So let's see what's. All right, 260, 285. So that's 25 cents. The next one it did was, let's see, from 285 all the way up to 427. 285 to 427. And that was going into after hours. Or I guess you can call it power hour. Okay. And that is going to be 427 down to, or started at 285. Wow. 285. So that's $1.42. Okay. Number, let's see. This one, 427. To, let me scroll over here a little bit. 427 up to 479. $427, 479. Okay, 52 cents. Oops, this is pre-market. So 52 cents there. Then number 4, we got what, 479 up to 541. 541. Okay, what is that? 62 cents. All right, and then we got this push here that just broke over what 540, 541-ish, 541. And we don't know where this one's going. This one went from 541, it looks like 626 up there. So definitely a lot of extension on this one from yesterday. It had so much volume on it yesterday. It was like 100 million or 150 million shares or something like that. And I was like, how extended is this thing going to get, right? This is a big gap here from $2, or I guess, yeah, close of the day was what? Close of the day was 370, okay? And right now we don't even know where the next one is, but we know the close of the day was 370. Yeah. All right, so the ATR right now on this one is 41 cents. How many times has it broken 41 cents? So we did 125 cents. Then we did a $1.42, which was what, 3x that, right? 142 divided by 41. 3 times, so 3x the ATR. Then we did one that was 1x ATR, and then another one 1x. And now we seem to not know where this one's going to face another body candle. The only issue that I have on this one is extension. You know, yes, it's going up, but I like to catch them in these dips. And it hasn't done a good dip since this point right here, which I was asleep. Right, let me get the oval right here. Okay, I missed this. This setup right here isn't enough for me. I like to see it continue down a little bit into a dip. But if we get 2 of those back-to-back continuation dips like this, that's a little bit of weakness. So this thing is just strong out of this level that I missed. And so, you know, it is what it is. And it extended out of this level pretty, what, $2 almost? Or let's see, 479 up here to the 6 somethings. Yeah, that's a lot of extension. So at this point, the best position to be in on the pre-market has passed. And so, you know, it's one of those things like, can't chase it. It looks good. Definitely looks good, but I like to get in on those dips. And I don't know if it's going to get another one of these before the open. And let's also go and look at the, let's go and look at the catalyst on, I think it was yesterday, GB. Visionary Holdings. So it says no press releases available. Okay. So it didn't have any kind of catalyst there. Coming up and showing a little bit of red here at 614. Man, that would have been, yeah, that would have been a nice trade, but hindsight is what it is, man. Good morning, Donnell. Yeah, I'm up early. I just absolutely slept through this one. I slept through it because I looked at my phone. I got an alert, but yeah, I was just like, perfect move though. Perfect little break of that previous body block. Just, oh well. Close of this was, like I said, what was the close of this day? 370. So the ATR would actually be 370 plus that 41. So wherever that lands, 370 plus the 41, and I know it's well above the ATR. So 411 was the ATR high. So let's see, 427 dip down. Yeah, so it started the day over 411 and held over 411. So right here is the current day's ATR. 411. Yep, gotta reset. I need to. I didn't think anything would pop this early. I should have had my do not disturb on set off for market time, but it was on and it didn't allow my phone to actually say anything. It just showed up. It was like, "Hey, this is happening," with no sound. I was like, "Huh?" So, oh well. Could have made my money early today, but no FOMO, just chilling. But this is current day's ATR high, 411. Mark that up there. And so basically it held above this, and this looks kind of like the trade that I took on, what was it, Acon or something during the pre-market, where I looked for the ATR high, looked for it to hold the ATR high, which it did here, and then got going. So very nice movement on that one during pre-market. I know a lot of people got paid, but the one thing that you can't do, you got to realize that each session is a session, especially in small caps. The morning session, the pre-market session is a session. Once it comes to the end of that session, the next session when people are like, "Oh, I missed this whole thing. Let me get in here and see if it'll keep going." That's crazy. Okay, this is some extension. This has been played with and manipulated a lot. It does not have any press releases or catalysts. So coming into the open, why would you even? Why? Why? You missed it. You missed it, just like I missed it. And so on that, I'm going to be looking for the next session to spark up some type of opportunity. Now the opportunity may be for the shorts. Now this one I actually traded because of its beta score, partially because of its beta score here. So its beta GV. Is this the same one? Yeah. So its beta is 1.86, and it looks like that beta actually changed. Yeah, because yesterday the beta was higher than this. The beta was 2 something yesterday, kind of following the market heavily. Today, though, it's at 186. Interesting. So beta recalculated there. Let's go and check what the overall market is doing. So the overall market is going down. Now, GV followed the overall market yesterday. I was telling Donnell when we were in the Discord, and I did fix the issue on Twitch. Twitch, you should be getting the links dropped over there as well for Discord and the Trade Journal and all that good stuff. But I was telling him I didn't want to trade GV yesterday until I saw the market turn. So when I was looking yesterday, I saw the market going down, 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 all the way down, and I didn't start taking my trade until I got clear confirmation. It was like right up in, let's see, 11:45, right in these two candles when it started turning around. I saw it pop up and engulf this previous candle right here. This one right here, this engulfing. And then I was like, okay, well, let's see if it can close this candle green and get going even higher. And it did. And so I was looking at 11:45, right up in here. It started breaking even over this previous consolidation right here. So all of this consolidation, it broke above. I was like, okay, this looks like a turnaround point. And this right here, 11:30, 11:45, if you look at the GV, that's where I was taking my trade once I had confirmation that the market was kind of turning around. I just took that little bit and got on down. But the market kept going up, right? So NQ on that day kept going up. It pulled back a little bit and kept going up. And that's what spurred or incentivized, or not really incentivized, but kind of agitated GV, being such a high beta score. It just went on up. Now today, It held overnight, and now it's down. So on the open, what kind of reaction will happen with this NQ going back down to these levels where, I was willing to get into GV going this way, but now these levels have actually been revisited and it's holding in these levels. So GV is could definitely become a problem at the open if it follows the market like it was doing yesterday. Let's go back over to GV real quick. Still going up, and this is just heavy extension. I'm good. I missed this one, missed the point, and it is what it is. I guess I just have to, like I said, reset my do not disturb to actual market opening at 4:30, so I could see these, because I definitely would have seen this one come out. What is it? It went into this dip at 4 o'clock into this dip with volume and then shooting out. So just missed it. Just missed it, man. Let me see. GB. No, I'm doing my do not disturb is what I want to change. So yeah, at this point it would just be chasing. The setup isn't there. The setup is come and gone, and it would just be chasing. Okay, so let me change this for weekdays to 4:30. That way I'll get my ringers. I'll get my ringers. All right, so 4:30. Well, let me actually check the exact time. Let me check the exact time that it actually opens up. Okay, so I think it's 4:30. What time? Oh, it's 3. Oh, that's even earlier. Okay. So Charles Schwab allows trading to start at 3. That's early, isn't it? 3 a.m. Okay, well, let me change that from 4:30. So 3. That is early. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get up before 3 though. That's crazy. But at least I'll get my alerts. Because this definitely would have alerted me. It actually did alert me. It just didn't make any noise. Today is March 6th. So let's see. Alert, that symbol. So 3. And it's still pushing, man. The FOMO is real right here. But it's kind of like, during the day when you take that trade, and I probably wouldn't even have my expectations that high on this one. If it broke 482, I'd probably be looking real close at it to just stop. But I mean, it's almost at $7 now. Almost. Anyway, let's go over here and look at the higher time frame where this thing closed at 330 or 370 and now is almost touching 7. Hmm. Um, why it works so well? Well, I don't know if I don't know. It's kind of like once you see a pattern of it, it's not that it just works so well. It's like you have to see a pattern of it. It happens, one time in the shorts, like, woo, that hurt. And then, like right here, back here on GV, the first time it happened was during lunchtime. And they were like, ooh, that hurt, but we can push that back down. So that's what they did. And then it happened again. They're like, "Ooh, this level looks good. This has been tested 3 times. We're a little safe. We think this thing's gonna go down. It has no catalyst, right?" But when it breaks over that next time, how many more shorts had got on top of this than at lunchtime? Lunchtime, it's lunchtime. People go and do whatever they're doing. They expect a little bit of weakness. But here, everybody was packed in for this thing to dive. They had already seen this little trend line here, and they were like, look, if this thing crashes through 232, it's down to the dumps, right? But it didn't do that. Why? Because where was it in comparison to the ATR? Like, it was up here above the ATR and not even touching it. Not even, it was holding above that ATR high. And so looking at that, shorts know if this thing starts exploding, I need to be out. If it was below the ATR low or maybe inside between the ATR high and ATR low, they may have had a little bit more confidence. But with it being above ATR high, you can see they were bucking out of there, heavy, hard, trying to get out. So 287 blasting up here to $4 took their souls out of their chests, and then they're like, "Oh my goodness, this thing's starting." And so then we see into aftermarket, it takes them up there again. It gives them a little bit of kind of easing into the close of the market, but it never gets back to this 284, and then it opens above the ATR again, the 411. So the close was at 370, and then the new ATR is at 411. And we see, hey, it doesn't dive again. This thing is still up, and there's another huge exodus, or not exodus, but a huge inflow of buying, pushing those shorts out of there. So I think it's more of the pattern, starting to see that this pattern break. Without the pattern, I don't know if it would have been this effective on just one rip, but I think the pattern is what did it for this one. All right, so this thing hit a high of 715, man. It's up 80%, 23 million shares traded on it. So yeah, definitely one of those. I wish I would have got up earlier to catch that move. And a lot of people, they ask me like, why do you use a 15 minute? Because it's less noise on the chart. Like the 15 minute, you can kind of clearly see dips. You can clearly see, because I guarantee you, if I go down to the 1 minute, this area right here will look like a absolute war zone. This area, these what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars of 15 minutes. You know how many 1 minutes are in there? How many times you can get faked out and dumped on and all that stuff? I'm just, since I've moved up to the 15 minute, I just, you know, I don't get drunk in the candles. Don't get drunk in the candles. Um, What was I about to do? I was about to adjust something. The NQ over here is still consolidating and looking like it wants to go lower. I see XOXS is up 8% since this move down has started. And GV just acting like there is no ceiling. Oh my goodness. All right, let me, what was I trying to do? I was doing that. And I was going to delete this one. Okay. Wait, what? What did I just do? Personal. What? Okay. So it is coming down off of that $7. It finally hit its head up there. And it's one of those things you just can't expect from a no catalyst stock. So for me to just be green on a no catalyst stock, I'm good with that. I walk with that cash because there was no real reasoning. I do see TRNR coming up behind it though. It has 2 million shares. It's only up 20%, but it's got to compete. Right now, TRNR is going to have to find a setup. I don't know if it has any catalyst, but I look at it. But it is the number 2 low float moving right now. But as far as attention, GV probably has the most short attention right now. What did I finish there? Boom. Okay. Okay, and then we'll hmm, 2.0. Okay, so now we'll change that back over. Small caps. Okay. So let me delete the other one. Let's reset up this alert system. Because I don't want to miss these, man. I literally missed my setup in pre-market, man. Now GV is coming down and giving the business to everybody. So now this is it's at the top of a move. This is your body block. So that's what we keep seeing. Let me see. Only problem is this is super extended. So it is 6:35 right now. We got a while before the open, but yeah, can it dip back down? Can it give us something before the open? Yeah, I missed this one. I missed this ATR high, and that was a huge move here. But is that all that it can do today? Is it going to start dumping? It's got plenty of levels where we had previous blocks, and we'll see how it holds up these levels. It's got a 577 it can break down here. Point of control right now is at 554. And so, you know, if it engulfs this whole candle from 715 down here, this green candle, 715 down here to 601, that'll be a little bit of weakness, a lot of weakness actually. Engulfing the largest candle that it has on pre-market would be kind of big. And then if it starts breaking down these previous levels where it actually broke over the necks of these moves, that's not going to be great either. This actually wasn't a neck because there's no red here, but this one was 541. So we'll see what it does above 541 if it wants to consolidate and do another one of these before the open. And it may be a little bit more meat on the bone, but you know, at this point, I gotta see the setup, man. Gotta see. Now the setup has proven itself multiple times, but how many more times can it prove itself? Can we get a multi-candle movement downward? And at this point, with it being this extended, I probably will take less of a share size because it's already done this big move. It has more chance to just continue down than to continue up. So if it does give another dip opportunity with some high buying pressure, then you know, I'll see what's going on there. TRNR was the other one, but it's just like not even in the competition. It's got 2 million shares traded versus GV up 73% with 24 million. So it's what, 24 divided by 2, you know, not great. 12 times 12x. So I'm not too worried about TRNR right now. But I will wait to see if it can give us another setup. But the problem is, I don't know if it can get back up here at 673. So it may just be where it makes a lower body, a lower little try to get up, and then continues to go down. If it does that, it's just going to be in a trend down. And now it's working on engulfing this whole candle. Hopefully it doesn't back down to the sixes, but it could. And the NQ continues to plow down. Let me make sure I got my scan set up here. So I got my alerts. So I got my small cap. Where's my large cap? I need to redo this one. I canceled that one. Okay, so I need to remake my small cap one. Small cap, and I will go ahead and set this to alert. And I want it to alert me during US market hours. So to alert me from 3 to I mean, I guess I'll leave it there. It doesn't, it's not gonna hurt. Okay, so then my other one was a large cap one. Wait a minute, that's the wrong one. Okay, and then it should be okay, active, large cap, small cap, mid cap. Okay, so yeah, they'll be ready to alert me tomorrow. But seeing this movement today, I don't know if we're gonna get another one of these tomorrow morning. But maybe we'll get some good research and looking into some. What is it doing? Yeah, I don't know if it can go over this. It's pulling back up like it's going, but I just don't trust it. I like to see those multiple candles coming down like it did back here, where it finds a body and then the next one comes down, next one comes down. There's a nice pullback, give you some thinking time in there, and then comes back up and tries to test. But just one candle pullback and it continues going, that ain't no pullback for me. That isn't a pullback. Anyway, let's see. Let's look at the SPY. So if this thing can bounce back up, today may be another large cap day if it can bounce back up, but it looks like it's heading back down towards, let me see, where's the NQ here? So it had this previous level right here of the, or actually it's got a, well, actually it's got a trend up. Let me look at this. So bottom level was 20,075. Then we got right through here. So it looks like a trend up for now. It hasn't really broken through anything yet. Looks like a trend up. If it does bounce up, today may be one of those large cap days or mid cap days, since the small caps look like they want to have their fun in pre-market. But we shall see. Whatever small cap comes up has a lot of competition on the board, because to get shorts off of GV after their losses is going to take a lot of money, take a lot of another big move. And I don't know if the market has it in it today. Think about it. All the shorts, they got burned on this thing. Don't you think they want to make their money back? Wouldn't they get back in to push this thing back down at the open? Especially after this extension. Look how high it is away from the ATR high too. And the new ATR will for the intraday will calculate after the market opens, but it will be calculating the last 14 bars. So it won't be calculating any of this in. It'll be like, let me see, what time is it? This is 6:30, so it'll be a couple more bars, but it'll be those 14 bars. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so it probably won't even be calculating any of this in. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all the way to the open that it'll be calculating. Anyway, is it gonna do what I was saying? Is it gonna engulf this green candle? It keeps looking like it wants to. We'll see how this candle closes. It's got 2 minutes left on this candle. If it does engulf it, that's going to be big weakness. And the thing that I'm worried about is, just like it was doing the body block to the upside, it can do it to the downside, where it comes down and it actually doesn't find support. Like it comes down and it actually just rips through the next neck, the next body. But we'll see. One thing you might see over here is it's not that much on my scans. So, I kind of like, I don't really like just fully populated scans. I kind of like them to show me what I want to see and leave it there. If it's not what I want to see, just go on down. I'm cool with that, I am cool with that. Let's look back over here at the NQ. See, this is SOXS. So XOXS, it moves up when the market is moving down, right? So when the market reversed, it did it a couple times, huh? So the market reversed. Actually, the market's been kind of wild. So if we look at SOS, this is when the market was going down, and then it consolidated. It was going down, and then the market did a big reversal. Okay. Then it came back up, consolidated, came back up, went down, and then the market did a big reversal. Now, this big reversal was when I was trading GV, and now it's back up. So it's retesting this 25.25 level on SOXS. And then its inverse is XOXL. So XOXL goes down when the market is going down, and it pays a dividend. So it's a quarterly dividend on this thing. I actually, if XOXS were ever to dive to 15 or something, I would probably collect some in the portfolio just to have. XOXL, because the market tends to go up, right? I mean, every time it does this dip, then we see it back at 21,000 or something like that. And actually, Bitcoin came back up today as well, or is coming back up today as well. So here's my Bitcoin chart. We were down here at looking like it was going to break down 80,000 and it popped back up. So Bitcoin making moves back towards that 100K. And I'm going to be just collecting some crypto before it does that move because I want to see what kind of sentiment comes off of that into these crypto. But yeah, I'm just going to collect those into the portfolio. I got a lot of crypto. And we'll see how they do once it breaks 100K for real. Okay, so back over here to GB. Didn't exactly engulf this candle, but the bottom is the $6 level. $6 hold dollar level right here. And so this is a pullback, little pullback. So we'll see what it wants to do here. Now, do I think it can get back up to 673? I don't know. After that extension, I just don't see it. But we'll just have to see what it does at that $6 hold dollar level. And actually, let me mark these white lines. These white lines are just sitting out here. What these were the actual bodies, those body blockers levels, body blocker. And I will make them, I'll just make them gold, I guess. 541, was that one? 541, yeah, it was. That $6 hold dollar level is, I need to make that a different color. $6 hold dollar level. Okay, hold dollar, body blocker, and then another one right there. Golden. Right up there. Okay. So, like I said, I like to see multiple red candles, but the problem is this thing is so extended, multiple red candles may gain too much momentum. If it does go back up there, that's not the setup I'm looking for. Even if it were to just absolutely blast through 672, that's not what I'm looking for. Then there was one here. Just levels of contested movement is what a body blocker is. Levels of contested or high resistance at the top of a level, at the top of a move. We got our $5 hold dollar down here. I'll go ahead and mark that up. Okay, so $6 and $5, and then back to 4 will be going back under the ATR high. So here's another red candle. Is it going to break down that $6 hold dollar level, and where is it going to stop? We're going to find some resistance at the 541, or does it want to keep coming down? 650 right now. Ten minutes till 7 o'clock. Taking his sweet, sweet time here. Looking over here at the NQ, not really making any more moves up. That's really one of the reasons that I traded it yesterday. It was making moves up with GV. So I had a little bit of outside support. But today, there's no outside support unless it starts ripping. And right now, this is what I'm looking at on the NQ. So at this level, it's 10 4 or not 10, but 20,438 is what would interest me during pre-market to get back in to see if GV can get another run up. But right now, waiting to see where this thing wants to settle. Hopefully the volume doesn't drop too much. Man, it kind of dropped off. Now it's like it was 100,000 at a time coming in, but now it's like 10,000. So we'll see. That was an amazing move with no catalyst though, for real. Now, I saw some circulation of some news. It was kind of like rumors that were circulating rather than actual press releases from the company. It was like they had some kind of note or permissionary note or something like that that I saw. Let me see. Go to news. I usually only focus on the actual what they actually have though from the company. 10 minutes ago, March. Something about them receiving some type of confirmation or note or something. They got it going, but 24 minutes ago, I don't even see it. It's hard to find those. I just rather if it's not from the company. I don't know how much I can believe it. So it looks like if 625 goes, it may put a little gasoline in the tank for it to continue. If we look at the point of control, it's still down here at 554. We can see a lot of volume came in up here at 627, but still not as much to roll this point of control up. $6:55, 7 o'clock. But yeah, today, if that spot cooperates, may find some type of nice mover in mid caps. I haven't seen it yet. My mid caps and large caps don't actually the scanners don't populate until after the open. Um, and also I don't trade mid caps or the large caps until after at least an hour of the day. Let some of the craziness go, and then see where they're actually settling. You got to go down for me to be interested, my boy. Go down. And if it's just going to consolidate above the $6 level, I really don't trust it into the open, because breaking that 6 down could be a huge move downward. And this is what I was talking about. If it just goes back up here to this 673, that's too fast. That's not a real, to me, that's not a real dip. So if it just goes through there, I'll let it have its way. Test that 673, but I don't trust it. Has about 4 minutes to this candle closes, and it's about to do. Crazy thing is, it's doing a very pivotal type movement at the end of the candle. So with 3 minutes left, they're doing the trying to test up here to the body of the top side. Usually, if it's strong, it wants to go ahead and get through this at the beginning of the candle. Go ahead and go make your move, right? Then it has plenty of time to do whatever it needs to do above and set up those new price levels. But at the end of the candle, nah. Candle's about to stop lying in less than 3 minutes. $6.57. Go ahead and get your test. Go ahead and do your test. You got 2 minutes left. You know, somebody's gonna see that, they're gonna be like, man, this is it, man. This is the one. There it is. There's a test with 2 minutes left. Testing the body right there. All right, there it is. So, like I said, it's the end of the candle, so it's definitely not looking the strongest. It needs to fake some more longs in here, huh? It won't be me. I see SCNX popping up on the scans. SCNX up 36%. I don't know the reasoning behind that one, but I'm about to look into it. I want to see this candle close though. This is about to be the 7 o'clock candle here. And it's right at the body block area. And then I'm going to jump over to SCNX. $30 seconds left. Yep, taking those souls right out of their bodies. Look at that. Not looking, I could feel people sweating right now. You know what I mean? Like, I could feel it. Like, I could feel the sweat just, just sitting on their skin and just shaking, vibrating, heating up. And so now we get the open of the new candle where we see a full failure at the end of that candle, looking like, oh yeah, we're bullish. Nice big fake out. Anyway, let's jump over to SCNX real quick. Let me see what's going on over there. Twenty minutes ago, Scienture to commercially launch Rezenapi, a life-saving opioid overdose emergency treatment through a collaboration with Kindeva Drug Delivery. Kindeva. Okay. So it says Scienture Holdings Inc., a holding company for existing and planned pharmaceutical. Wait, for existing and planned pharmaceutical operating companies focus on providing enhanced value to patients, physicians, and caregivers through developing, bringing to market, and distributing novel specialty products to satisfy unmet market needs. Is pleased to announce that its wholly owned subsidiary, Scienture LLC, has entered into a definitive agreement with Summit Biosciences Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Kindeva Drug Delivery, for the exclusive U.S. rights to commercially launch Rizinopi. It's naloxone. Naloxone. My brain's breaking on that word. It really is. I know what it is. It's the spray that they use. The police carry on them to wake up like people that have overdose and things like that. My brain's just breaking on the word. An opioid antagonist that was approved by the FDA on April 19, 2024. All right. So I mean they've had this drug out for a while, so I don't know what would be the difference. Let me see. What would be the difference in this drug and what's already out? Readily available. Okay, nasal delivery, widely recognized for its efficacy, ease of use, making it an essential tool for first responders, healthcare providers, and community programs. In the case, a total annual sales of one unit. Okay, naloxone. We are proud to take this significant step in strengthening our commitment to combating opioid epidemic. Okay. So, I mean, yes, it has news from 20 minutes ago, but is it really going to steal the attention from the shorts today? I don't know. The shorts are looking hungry on GV, especially after this body block failure. Like, all of these times back here is past this test. It got through it here, it got through it here, it got through it there, and now, like I said, just like a pattern can work on the upside, it may work on the downside. But the problem is this isn't doesn't look like the top, or not really the top, but the bottom of the move. It looks like it's just getting started. The point of control has moved up to 618 here, and now it's going. We see the volume coming in. You can see the little blue bar coming across. I don't know if you can see that moving, but you see the blue bars is adjusting, more volume coming in to that $6 whole dollar level, and that is after a body block failure, right? So that's why I said, look, if this thing just comes up on the next one without really pulling back, I don't want it. I want it to look just like this. But now it's getting further and further away. So what's the probability of it just jumping back up to 673 right now? Not too high. TRNR. SCNX looks like it's going to eat TRNR in volume. But if we look at the actual candles, look at this nasty look on this. Threw up a topping tail, 348. Threw up another topping tail with no pullback. It's got 3 million shares traded, catching up to TRNR very quickly. But yeah, GV breaking down the whole dollar level. Let's see what the action is down here at the 541. Will it just crash that out, or will it stop for a little bit and then just continue on down? We'll see. And I think this may be the biggest red candle that we've seen on this one. So this one dropped from 651 down here to 583. Remember earlier when we looked at the different levels, we were trying to figure out, hey, what's the last one? So 541, it ended up coming up here to 673 at the top. And so what's that calculation? 673 down to 541. Whoops, 541. That's $1.32. So two almost $1.30 something moves. So 132, and this was during pre-market. Okay. And now we've started what looks like some type of downside move. Let's see. So 132. and the ATR still is showing at 41 cents from yesterday. So we had two moves that were almost 3x its actual ATR, and we'll see what the new ATR calculates out to at 8 o'clock. Or man, that'll be 8:30. I don't even know if I'm gonna still be on at 8:30. I gotta get out of here. Probably gonna, like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays I gotta ship out. I did miss the move for today on the small caps, but that doesn't mean that there won't be opportunities in mid caps or large caps. So I'm just gonna be looking for those on today. Not really looking for the most, because the most has already pretty much happened in pre-market. But oh my goodness, the spy is still going down. That's great news for a reversal. Let's go look at the NQ. So this was the line that I had drew a little bit earlier. This little trend line that looks like it was going to be holding up is coming in hard, testing this trend line to the downside. Very interesting. Let me see. Old school said tomorrow NFP, be careful. NFP, what is NFP? NFP, somebody could drop that, what that means. Is that national? I don't know what NFP is. Probably Friday. Mike D says, is that a NFP? Oh no, I don't know what that is. But yeah, that's pretty much like the what I'm looking to trade. I wanna look for these patterns of these little breakouts and then just capitalize on one. Yesterday I just didn't have time to just be sitting around waiting for the aftermarket. I had to go and actually do some work. But today it was just me being asleep and having my do not disturb on, and I just did not get a notification for this thing dipping into this beautiful little dip above the ATR right there. But it's one of those things where I'd rather miss this opportunity and not lose money, but know that it works, than jump in late here at 673 and get fried. So that's a 73 cent drop down here to $6 level, right? And all I would be doing is sweating and hoping that 673 comes back up, which at this point, volume is slowing down even more. It was kind of big, but if the short start piling on, it'll probably increase a little bit. Let's see if they start piling on under this 6. Go ahead and get us down to like 550. 550. Non-foreign payroll. Oh, okay, got you. Got you. I feel so slow. I saw NFP. I was like, bro, is that what kind of cheat code is that? I want that one. Oy. But yeah, pretty lackadaisical day behind GB. Mm. The only thing I have to think in my head is like, bro, you have the right idea. Just don't get burned because you have a little bit of FOMO. Don't let FOMO burn you on this. Just wait for the next one, because it's gonna happen. You just gotta chill, bro. And what I don't want to do is get too aggressive on another trade just to try to make up. Just chill. Take a deep breath. Put the nukes up. Turn the red button off. Just chill. But I guess it's just all a mental game, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do, man. Don't really have any other type indicators on here. I just want to see where the most volume is and look for this setup. Now, off of the chart, I do like to look at the ATR. I like to see the relative volume. Right now, this one has 665 times its relative volume. The beta, the float, and those are pretty much the main things I look for small caps. Oh, and that it has a pretty good percentage gain. Be like, 15% or higher during pre-market would be good. I like that. But this one was just one of those missed opportunities. Anyway, I got a little bit of time left on the stream. If you have any questions or anything, definitely drop them in there. And I guess this month has been going pretty good. I haven't really been taking any big swings. I pretty much just been getting in, getting on down, getting in, getting on down. So this week it's just a couple of green trades, but nothing like huge. One reason because I haven't really been holding that long. I just go ahead and take the profit off the table. And then two, I guess I have lowered my expectations so much where like with this one, I was like, if it gets to 275, I'm selling. Like from 260 275, that's all I expected out of it. I was like, yep, let me just get that. And it did go down. So I'd rather, you know, it continue to move like this. And I'm just like, well, at least I got some. All right. But would it have been sweet to hold this thing from my entry down here at 260 or yeah, 260-ish? I had 262 or something like that. All the way up here, oh, that would have been beautiful. But that is a gamble, especially on no catalyst. But yeah, 3 minutes left to go, and this one looks like it is definitely it did get below this previous large green candle. We'll see if it gets continuation into the end of this candle. Uh, but 3 minutes to go to continue the downward movement. The bottom here is 580, or not the bottom, but where this candle's bottom is 583. A lot of times I don't want to throw people off and be like, that's the bottom. No, that's not the bottom. I don't know where the bottom is. I'm just saying this is the bottom of this candle, 583. And NQ looks like it's going to break down that trend line. Let's see, zoom back over here. And it is literally a hairpin away from breaking this trend line. Let me zoom back so y'all can see the whole thing. This trend line here. Let me remove these. Remove. And we can see where the majority of the trades have happened each session with this. 2000, 20,300, 20,300s, 20,300s, and now looking like it wants to break down. What I would be liking to see is it break down and then reclaim this trend line. And I'm going to be looking for Nvidia or Tesla or AMD or something to be moving right on up with it. But at this point, SOXS is up 9%. Continuing to go up as the 2550s up here at the top. And SCNX going on down. So yeah, just no competition to GV right now. So now this is another one of those moments where is this a fake? It's got 1 minute left in this candle. It's pulled back up at the end of the candle, right? So we got to see, is this a fake or not? This one is at 618. And the next candle is going to be opening up in 10 seconds. So pulled up, is that a fake? Is it going to slam down back to this $6? Okay, opening there. Beginning of this candle. Got 15 cents down to the 6. And the majority of the trades happen at 618. So where do these 618 people want it to go? And the problem is you can't really count this candle, this red candle here as a body blocker because of how tight this range is. I would like to see a full extension, like an extended move, and then like, okay, this red candle is a body blocker. You know what I mean? Like right here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles down, and with a wick that got sucked up in here, became a green. and then we had a higher low here. So this was our body blocker red candle if we were looking for a reversal. And we'll be using that 439 as the out. So that's, you have body blockers going on both sides. You just got to identify them, I guess. But we want to see what this $6 hold dollar level is going to do. It still has a lot of time on this candle. I'm probably going to go off stream at 7:30 because I need to get ready to go for sure. And I'm not seeing anything else pop up that even will contest GV. So the next time I look at the charts, it'll probably be an hour after open, hour 30 minutes after open, or something like that, around maybe 9 o'clock. Well, not 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. You're looking a little heavy there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those sixes definitely becoming a little bit of an issue. And the more red candles we get going down, the more people are going to be less interested in this thing going back up in the next session. All of these shorts piling on, especially if it breaks down like 541. Let me see. So the lower the body blocker would be yes. So yeah. So if I see it pull down and I see a green bar or some type of wick out here, then we get a higher low on that one. I'm not looking to buy. Well, there is several ways you can buy. I'm not looking to buy this low because it could go lower. I'm looking for this resurgence to take out this candle, this body blocker. So right here would be what I'll be looking at as an entry, that 450 level over that body block. So, it's got the low down here. This would be my risk. That's a 20 cent risk down here to the bottom of this. And it just continues to hold over this little guy here. Now, if it goes down, well, you just lose 20 cents. Oh well, you can try again. If it goes down in double top or double bottoms here at 433, well, then you can just try again. Try again for the top side recovery. But yeah, that's pretty much the only point that I saw to enter on today. All right. What you trying to do? You trying to drown people again? More volume coming in. Let's see if it drags this point of control down. If it does, that means more people are looking for it to go down than up. Touching the $6 there. $6 whole dollar level. Only problem I have with this is I like to see a straight pull down. I don't want to see any kind of secondary failure. So this GV where it came back up and failed again there, that's two levels of weakness there. I don't trust that. Now if it came down and did subtract this green bar out of here and just did a 1, 2, 3, I would try for a breakup over this little 616 to take out this candle after this candle closed. But at this point with this little double top here, almost, I don't like that. Oh, SCNX. Just 3 million shares. That's all you got? It's not good. thought I set up that yeah, it is set up. Why isn't it texting me? Maybe it did text me. Okay. So yeah, those folks that bought it at 673, they're in a very uncomfortable situation right now, and they will probably have to think about taking a lesser loss because getting back out up here, the probability is just too low. Mm. All right, got about 8 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. TRNR trying to make moves, but just GV is going to have to absolutely dump and pretty much just stagnate for anything else, anything in the small cap world to do anything. NQ did end up breaking down, so it broke that level we've been looking at. But I want to see it at the hour till. I want to see it start coming back up. We'll be looking to go long on some of those large caps, mid caps. Okay. And this is what dead momentum looks like. It's just starts to just be like, man, who's gonna get killed first? You know, at this point, it looks like the longs are gonna be the ones taking the brunt of the punishment here towards the downside. Come on and just give up the ghost, man. Just give it up. Okay, so it hit that 2550 up there, SOXS. Ooh, I'm really interested in seeing what Nvidia or some of these large caps have from the off these lows. If they start holding up their ATR highs on a day. Also, I guess you can see what is this? Their Nvidia's ATR is probably like $6, right? $7 on Nvidia. So $7, that's an easy little pop if it was gonna pop up. We'll see what it does though. If the markets can reverse, that would be an easy pop up from 113 up here, 114. That's an easy dollar. Um, but we got to kind of watch what the market's doing because if the market doesn't support an idea, why do it? Why do it? And those large caps are so closely tied or closely connected to the markets. Just ridiculous. Market shifts on you and then bam, you're down a lot. So that's why I keep all of them up. I used to use the SPY a lot, but I just noticed that the NQ pretty much gets the job done. Um, they pretty much are doing the exact same thing. but the NQ, of course, is worth a lot more and contains it's a bigger holder, a larger container of the overall sentiment of the market. They're coming up and testing that point of control, hard test of the 618, and being held down again. And this is what would mess you up if you only trade like pin bars, if you only traded like wicks like this. What happens if it just continues down after this and the buyers just lose out in here? Because right now that's where the war zone is in this wick from 618 down to 582. So what happens if you buy a pin bar and then you get crushed in here? What other things are you using to keep you out of that type of situation? 3 minutes left, and then I'm heading out. I just wanted to see if it was gonna go ahead and crush him through 6. 2 minutes left. And it's proven during the time of this candle that the shorts are definitely keeping it under that point of control. Somebody wants it lower. Two minutes left. And the volume is drying up. Now it's just hundreds of shares coming through at once. Very low volume here. So has a decision already been made? 6:10. We got a minute left to the close of this candle. Six oh sevens. $10 left, and I'm getting out of here. All right, y'all. Well, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I mean, I'm if I get up at that time, I don't know how many of y'all will be up, but at 3 or 4 in the morning to go ahead and get your grub, get your money up. But that's gonna be early. So I don't know. I just changed the time or the schedule to just pre-market because I like you see here, like this thing started popping at 3:30, 4 o'clock. But the great thing is you could be done with your day. You can say, hey man, get in this thing, get this little ride up and be done for the day in pre-market. So when everybody else is coming out and open, getting cooked, you're like, oh well. All right, but yeah, I am about to tune on out. If you're gonna continue trading, definitely keep your head on the swivel. I guess you understand like what I'm looking at and how I kind of look at the market and things like that. And that's all it is. I'm just showing how I kind of think about the market and what I do in my back testing and to identify support and resistance. And basically, you have to be there to see the. Well, not really. You don't have to be there to see these 15 minutes. I mean, like I was marking it up from yesterday. You can come in at any time and see these 15-minute candles and see where the body blockers were. But you know, it's something that's not that you don't have to be at the screen to see to come in and be like, okay, here is our support, here's our resistance, XYZ. But yep, that is it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.